COVID-19, the disease that defined our lives in 2020.
It wasn't a question of if, but when. This is New York. We're a gateway to the world.
Days after the virus hit New York, on March 11th, the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global pandemic, the first pandemic since H1N1 in 2009.
It's going to get worse and worse and worse.
It changed our lives almost immediately and all at once.
2020 is now the deadliest year in U.S. history.
You know, thinking back to March of 2020, it feels like a lifetime ago. But those were truly uncertain times, weren't they? I think back to self-isolation, working from home, trying to understand the virus, what seemed to be spreading like wildfire. It truly was scary. And then suddenly, I was deemed an essential worker, heading out every day, risking my health just to keep things going at a fraction of their usual pace. It felt surreal. At work, people were calling in, asking me to do favors. I was just trying to navigate through all this madness, remembering just hanging up on them, and I'm like, I'm here risking my own life. You should show up to work. I admit that there were moments when I just wanted to escape, run away from it all. The burnout was real, and the feeling of cultural depravity, not being able to see my friends or family, it weighed heavily on me. But you know, amidst all that chaos, I found something unexpected. I found solace in my creative mind. The simplest of things, remembering how Shakespeare wrote the play King Lear during his time in quarantine from the bubonic plague. I wondered what great works might come from this pandemic. And then there it was. Magic the Gathering, Arena of the Planeswalker. Every weekend, it became my sanctuary, a chance to escape the confines of my small apartment, to immerse myself in a world of strategy and imagination. These little figures became my companions from reality, as I spent hours painting them, crafting army cards, creating stories that unfolded on this 3D battlefield. It's hard to explain just how much this game helped me through those dark days. The uncertainty of the sickness, the feeling of being lost, and it all seemed to fade away when I was lost in the world of magic. So it's funny, until recently, my creative endeavors were mostly kept to myself. It was only until the end of 2023 when I realized and stumbled upon the Planeswalker Reserve that connected me with other like-minded individuals. And let me tell you, it has been a game changer. The best part of it has been sharing my pieces of the world with others, whether it's through virtual game nights or online forums. It's truly remarkable how technology can bridge the gap and allowed us to stay connected during the times where we could not. So, to the power of the community and the joy of sharing our passions with others, I've made all the difference for me, and I am grateful for everyone I've ever connected with along the way. I guess what I'm trying to say is, amidst it all, the chaos and the uncertainty, it's important to find those little moments of joy and connection. Whether it's through a board game, a hobby, or even a heartfelt conversation with a friend, those moments can be lifelines in the darkest of times. So if you're going through a tough time right now, just know that you're not alone. And maybe, just maybe, there's a little game or hobby out there waiting for you to bring you a bit of light into your life.